Prior to the 1700s, the coyote habitat was mostly restricted to plains and deserts. Currently, coyotes roam a much larger area of land, including both rural and urban environments. This is particularly astounding as the coyote has faced relentless extermination efforts by settlers and modern farmers. Ever since Lewis and Clark discovered the coyote on the morning of September 18, 1804, humans have relentlessly attempted to eradicate it. The two great explorers originally named the coyote prairie wolf, since the wolf represented their closest comparison. The settlers' extermination efforts actually began with the bison fur trade explosion in the 1850s. The elimination of bison allowed canines to flourish without limits. In the following decades, settlers began religiously poisoning gray wolves via strychnine, though the poison killed many animals bilaterally. In the late 1800s, many western states enacted bounties on both wolves and coyotes. However, to the surprise of many, as the wolves began to disappear from the plains, the coyote prevailed and even flourished. By the 1920s, gray wolf sightings were all but gone on the plains. However, the coyote, for the first time in history, was actually expanding its range east of the Mississippi. By 1924, the Bureau of Biological Survey alone was averaging 35,000 coyote carcasses a year. However, the coyote persecution had little effect on population numbers, and this can be credited to the species' iconic yodel-like howl, which serves as a population census for the coyotes. Based on the response a female coyote receives, she can then control her litter size based on whether their numbers are dwindling or exceeding the landscape's carrying capacity. Biologists have concluded that it would have to remove 75% of a regional population every year for 50 straight years in order to have a brief momentary impact on the coyote population in a particular area. It wasn't until Rachel Carson's 1962 book, Silent Spring, that the American views on the extremely inhumane poisons began to shift. Richard Nixon, likely heavily inspired by the book, passed the Endangered Species Act in 1973 and banned the use of poisons the prior year in 1972. Today's general negative stigma towards the coyote is actually a relatively new perception in coyote history. Many stories passed down from natives show the coyote in a different and brighter light. In one Nez Perce story, the coyote was accredited to creating the western landscape itself, all the hills and grasses and everything in between. The Navajo, Yanas, and many other tribes claimed the coyote introduced death into the world to preserve Earth from overpopulation. The coyote's past is a complex one, scarred with abuse. One thing's for certain though, it's not going anywhere anytime soon. It'll be around.